So I'm having coffee this morning, as usual, and oatmeal. It has wheat germ in it, strawberries from the garden, part of a little banana, and a few pecans with some milk. These are those volunteer squash plants. This one and that one. They're doing pretty good. This one I planted. Oh, there's the cucumber. So I did plant some cucumber. And that's it. That's the only one. Still just has one bloom. So weird. press down. And it's going to have moles. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm cleaning it. I dumped it out. It's full of ants. And that will free up space for pots or something. So my friend just left a little bit ago. We sat outside for a little bit and talked, and then I asked her again if she wanted my compost tumbler that I never use, that I haven't used for years and years, and she said she didn't. So I kind of dumped it out and decided I need to get rid of it. So I'm going to clean it up and try and put it on Facebook Marketplace. It was full of ants and roly-poly bugs and some other kind of beetle or something in there. Yeah, I don't do good with having to turn something every single day or multiple times a day. I just bury my food scraps in the garden. It's so much easier. So it looks like I have a mole or vole problem out there. I don't know if it's a problem yet. I'm not putting any kind of poison in my yard because of the dogs and the animals, the creatures, so I guess I'm just gonna have to live with them. And maybe eventually I will get a dog, and maybe that will keep them out of the yard, because I have never had one, and my friend thinks that's why, because I had Chewy and Emily at one time and other dogs. So I'm getting ready to make this dish. My battery on my phone keeps dying quickly though, so while I chop the vegetables up and put the chicken, the first thing I'm going to do is put the chicken in the pot and start cooking it, because the chicken's going to take the longest to cook. And then I'll start chopping the vegetables. So they're still slightly frozen, so it's going to take a little bit for these to cook up. So I'm just going to put the lid on and start chopping some carrots and onions. So deep down in the bone, the chicken is still not cooked. So I'm going to microwave this and then saute the onions and carrots. So this is probably a small onion. I'm only trying to do 2 servings. So this is like 1 large carrot and a small onion basically, and two chicken thighs. So I'm just going to cook. going to spatter because it's really hot. Maybe not so much. I thought it was going to be really bad. Great this. Yeah, I think I ruined my nonstick pan a week or two ago by getting it too hot. This may be 3 servings because I still have to put eggs in it. So this is a recipe my mom, who was Japanese, used to make quite often. My brothers loved it. I just thought it was okay. So I said in one of my, well, probably more than one other video, that I never really made it when I got out on my own because it wasn't a big favorite. But this recipe reminded me of another one that I don't make. I think I've made it once or twice after I grew up and moved out of the house. It was a sushi casserole, and now I'm kind of wanting to make it. I just have to remember everything that's in it. There wasn't a whole lot. I don't think there was a whole lot. Have everything, I think. I don't have rice vinegar though, and I don't have shiitake mushrooms, but my mom used to make it sometimes for us, and a lot of times when her and her friends would get together, she would make a big batch of it to take to the get together she had with her friends. But it's really good, and I am doing this based on memory also. I thawed out some rice from the freezer, and I'm going to use that rice. Okay, so I'm going to use 3 eggs. A little bit of sugar, a little bit of soy sauce, maybe a little bit more. The chicken, I think, cooked in the microwave for about 5 minutes to get it cooked all the way through. I think my mom mostly used chicken thighs, but I remember she had also used chicken legs in this recipe. So some kind of dark meat chicken is what she normally used. And this is it. Really simple. over some rice. Usually ate it in a bowl like this. And that's it. Very simple. Most people have soy sauce these days in their cupboard, or fridge. So very simple, easy recipe. Now let's see if it tastes the way I remember. Trying to get, there is a dish that is very similar, and I guess that's what my mom based it on, but this is the way she made it. So even with the soy sauce, it's not very salty. I don't recall if she put any other seasoning in there besides the sugar and the soy sauce. I like it just fine the way it is, but if you're used to eating really salty food, it's probably not going to be salty enough for you. And you could probably add pepper or something too. That's good. There is one thing I think she did use, but I don't have it. Ajinomoto, or otherwise known as MSG. She cooked with it a lot, and that's probably what's missing in this. Yeah. And I'm gonna save the rest for another meal. I'm thinking about going out and cutting the grass around my tunnel garden. It is full of seeds, grass seed, the tall stuff is, so yeah, I need to get rid of that, but I'm gonna eat my lunch first, very late lunch. Yeah, it's almost 5 o'clock. So I just weed eated, moved the little fencing along the edge of my garden, and weed eated the grass. While I was out there, the Amazon driver delivered my little phone charger for my car. I need to check to make sure it's right. Yeah, okay, it works. So I'm going to put the other one away. There's two of them in this little box. Hopefully it'll last longer than my other one, because it doesn't just have the, like this, where it can bend and fray at the edge there. So this one I found on the other side of the bed in the back room. Apparently my daughter borrowed it from me. I didn't remember that until after I asked her, did you leave this? And then I remembered vaguely that I found pieces for her to use because she had left her charger at home. But this one would eventually fray too, because it would have had to been bent. And this doesn't charge very fast. I tried to use it in the kitchen here, but today it didn't charge very fast, extremely slow. So hopefully this one works better and will last longer, because it has this protected thing over it to keep it from kinking, hopefully. It's supposed to rain tonight. My friend told me it's supposed to rain really heavy. I haven't watched the news or anything. She still has cable. I think it's cable, yeah. I don't have satellite dish. I don't have cable. Yeah, I don't watch normal TV. I just watch YouTube and things that come up here and there on YouTube. Some news programs too do come up, the normal stations that sometimes I'll click on, but local news, I usually just go to the website and read it, and unless there's something major going on, I don't really watch the little video clips of the weather. So I'm going to go out there and try and show you what I did. I did weed eat around my little trees, my little persimmon trees, and the raspberry bushes too. I didn't do too good of a job because one battery totally was not charged. Then my weed eater string I had to change because it was too short. And at first I thought I didn't have any more, and I found it in back of the little chest of drawer things that I use for my gardening supplies. The only reason I saw it is because it had been strung out across the little steps in my garage and is bright green. So yeah, I was about to give up. And now all the batteries are dead. I have 3 batteries. They don't last very long. And that last one, it may be on its last leg because it had no power, and it was actually it might have been the one that was left on the weed eater because it was dead. And I guess I picked it up when I switched out the batteries and took the wrong one. I have 2 chargers and 3 batteries. So, and I never think to go in there and put the one that's dead, that's on the weed eater, and let it charge. I just don't think about it. That garage needs to be cleaned up so bad. It's horribly bad. I think it's been a couple years since I actually cleaned everything out, swept, and cleaned the floor and stuff and decluttered. It needs it really bad. So let me go show you what I did if I can. There's people out, kids out. It's a holiday long weekend, so I cleaned the top of that little table off, my little bistro table. I still have to wipe down the legs and clean off the chairs. There's bird poo on the chairs, on the back of the chairs, the one I was sitting in today. So my friend's supposed to be here Thursday night. So I'm gonna try and schedule them out, the videos, so there's something to watch every couple days. That's the only way I get any revenue. Not that many people watch my videos and watch the ads, so I think if I only did it once a week or twice a week, I wouldn't make enough revenue to get paid by YouTube. My channel is not big enough, so yeah, have to keep making videos if I want that to happen, which is kind of nice. It wasn't, I hadn't planned on getting monetized. I didn't think I could. So it's kind of nice. Depending on how big it is, I may or may not add some of my 2023 trip on the end here. So thank you all for watching. Take care. Bye.